That girl. A girl who seemingly has her life together. She eats healthy, is confident, works out consistently, and is generally always on top of things. By now you've probably come across the term multiple times, whether on TikTok, Instagram or YouTube. But let's be real, most of the advice out there sounds either super generic or super unrealistic. So how do you realistically become that girl? How can you consistently show up as your most vibrant, highest self without feeling like you're forcing it? Being that girl isn't about having a specific skin tone or hair color or looking a specific way. Hi there, if you're new here, I'm Bailey. I'm a psychology student living in Germany, and today I will walk you step by step through what it actually takes to become finally that girl. So take out a pen and paper and let's start glowing up for the upcoming season. First things first, the mindset. I guess we can all agree that girl is unbothered, confident. She truly knows her worth and doesn't seek for other people's approval. But how do we achieve this type of mindset? Well, first of all, understand that confidence stems from action, not vice versa. Stop thinking you need to be confident in order to take action and do scary things, going to the gym, or maybe even starting your long desired career as a content creator. Please don't go back and watch my first YouTube videos, but personally when I started off with YouTube, I didn't feel comfortable talking to a camera lens for a long period of time. Bottom line is, only by taking action you become better and prove to yourself that you can actually do this scary thing. And a true that girl sees an opportunity in every failure to grow and improve. So keep in mind, the more you put yourself for scary things, the more your confidence grows. So the second thing is, when you walk into a room full of new people, I need you to shift your mindset from I hope they will like me to I hope I will like them. Give affirmations a chance and start listening to them on your way to a social setting, maybe your next class. The second you put off your headphones, the affirmations will keep reaffirming to yourself in your head how confident you are whilst interacting with these people. Also, stop putting other people on a pedestal. They don't belong there. We are human beings who are all created equal. So stop caring about what other people might think of you. Chances are they either think of themselves or they think about what you might be thinking of them. Next mindset shift is that you might not be able to always control your outer circumstances fully. But one thing you have always control of in your life is the way you react to these unpleasant circumstances. Whether or not you let that one grumpy co-worker of yours or the rainy weather ruin your day is completely up to you. Now let's talk about the morning routine. It's not a cliche, it's real. Waking up early puts you in a better mood, especially during the weekdays where it's usual to leave the house early. Oftentimes we don't find the time to do the things which set us up for a successful day, unless we decide to wake up a bit earlier in order to slow down our mornings and integrate more personal time. Probably you know you should be doing your bed instantly after waking up, but something only a handful of people do is not to go on their phones first thing in the morning. After waking up, our minds are more accessible for the things we consume. Going on your phone, I'm not exaggerating, will ruin your day. Particularly when you receive a bad message or see all the bad going on in the world. Don't do this to yourself. For years now, I'm not using my phone instantly after I wake up, and I will explain how you can let go of your phone addiction too. So first of all, close your phone and put it far away so that you can't reach it. I suggest you put it in a drawer, for instance from your desk. This way you won't be seeing and seeking it. In fact, I never use my phone as an alarm. I have a proper alarm clock, as you can tell, which actually makes it easier for me to leave alone my phone in the mornings. Besides that, you need to realize that the same way you made it a habit to scroll after waking up, you can also make it a habit to replace it with self-improvement stuff like journaling, meditating, doing yoga, reading an educational book. In case you don't know how to journal, type in journaling prompts in the Pinterest search and you will be shown a bunch of journaling guides. And feel free to check out my Amazon page, which is linked down below. It includes one of the best educational books you can possibly find. On top of that, I will link in the description box my favorite meditations, so you don't need to stress out about finding the right one. Becoming that girl truly requires personal growth, which also requires to never stop learning new stuff, like a new language. I, for instance, started to take practicing Spanish more seriously, which definitely gives me that girl vibes. However, only when I started to practice with a native speaker, I started to see results. That's why this video is brought to you by Lingoda. Lingoda is a language learning platform which helps you connect with native speakers and helps you learn pronunciation as well as cultural aspects in either small groups or in private, whatever you desire.
La foto número 1 relaciona con croissant.
Oye, croissant.
Croissant.
En español es croissant.
Ah, croissant.
Muy bien.
With Lingoda, you can book a class at any time of the day, even at 1 a.m. in the morning. If you're curious and want to level up your language skills and feel like a real that girl, use the link in my description box down below to get a 7-day free trial. And if you decide to continue, you also get 20 euros off. Gracias a Lingoda por patrocinar este video. The best morning routine is nothing without a proper night routine. A restful night's sleep will help you perform at your best the next day, but with blue light coming from your electronic devices, it's hard to fall asleep. The reason for this is that blue light prevents the production of melatonin, the hormone that promotes sleep. For this reason, limit your screen time at least half an hour before sleep. Instead, take a relaxing shower or replace it with your morning routine habits to give your day kind of a frame by starting and ending your day with the same rituals. Let it be journaling, meditating, doing yoga, or whatever works best for you. However, try to avoid going out for walks without sunglasses at least half an hour before sleep, considering that the sun sets later in the summer season, because daylight also can interrupt sleep. Now let's move on to our environment. Obviously, your workspace and room should always look clean and neat, but what about the places you can't actually see at the first glance? What happens if you open your closet or one of your drawers? Is it also all clean and neat in there, or dusty and cluttered? Most likely there are corners in your room which will prove this point. So take them into consideration and pair this task with listening to a self-improvement podcast or playlist to boost your mood and feel like that girl. My favorite podcasts are linked down below. Secondly, make sure to put the things you want to have more access to more visible, for instance your yoga mat or your weights, and things you don't want to have frequent access to, for example your electronic devices, less visible. This rule also holds true for eating habits, which brings us to the next part of the video, to the nutrition. Everything starts with the right decisions in the grocery store. That girl is known for her healthy but balanced diet. But what happens if the kitchen is full of processed foods, bags of chips, and candy? Exactly, you will be drawn to them. What I love to do when grocery shopping is literally passing by the candy aisle and going straight to the healthier section, or else you will end up having things at home which don't align with your healthy goals. Don't get me wrong, I have a sweet tooth as well. The difference is that I either make my own healthier dessert or I snack some pieces of dark chocolate. Dark chocolate itself has several health benefits, and on top of that it helps with sweet cravings. That girl is the master of sustaining a healthy, balanced diet. She is not starving herself. She knows that food fuels her body with all the nutrition and vitamins she needs. When she goes out to a restaurant with her friends, she will have a dessert. She will have fun. But most of her meals are a combination of fat, protein, fiber, and vegetables, eating overall less processed foods. Literally look up protein sources, fiber sources, healthy fat sources, and integrate them into your diet. Look at your plate and look for what is missing, not what you could leave out. Should you put more protein, carbs, or healthy fats, or fiber, or veggies to your plate? Is it fueling enough for your body? Personally, I used to hate vegetables and avocados. Nevertheless, I managed to start loving them, and I will tell you how. My advice is to not force yourself to eat these things in big portions. Don't force yourself into eating a huge salad bowl if you just don't like it. Start gradually cutting a few pieces of cucumbers or other vegetables into your meal. Look up how to actually cook them and make them taste delicious. I mean, eating a raw avocado would probably taste disgusting to everyone. Additionally, go to the doctor and get your vitamin levels checked. Take supplements if you need them. Being on top of your vitamins will help you with your energy, but also with your body working properly. Another important aspect is to be present while you're eating. Make sure to have screen-free meals and maybe even decide to eat outside while listening to the birds chirping. Shortly, romanticize every meal. Now it's time to talk about fitness. Let me say this up front. It's not about working out to your limits every day, but to increase your NEAT. Basically, your daily movements. For example, don't try to balance all the mugs and plates at once in your hands. Split them and maybe walk 3 times as much to the kitchen and back. Or pair an already established habit with your new movement goals. Let's say after every meal you instantly stand up and go out for a walk or walk around in your house, which is a win-win situation because you're not only getting your steps in but also reduce blood sugar spikes. Easy things like that add up. But when it comes to working out properly, I need you to understand that yes, cardio is important and you shouldn't be neglecting it, but strength training is much more efficient than it looks like, since the muscles you build are going to help you burn more calories while you're resting, aka doing nothing. Whereas when you only do cardio, you will find yourself stuck in a vicious cycle, burning more calories during the workout, but also getting more hungry, eating more and not having burned much or anything. Overall, go and find a workout routine that suits you best. A workout routine that is enjoyable. Go dancing, go to the gym, go take Pilates classes, or do home workouts. Nothing fancy needed. My go-to fitness creator is Anna, but you do you. At the end of the day, you should be able to look forward for working out consistently. By the way, when it comes to the gym, no one actually cares about what you do. This sounds so mean, but literally everyone is just watching themselves in the mirror and no one cares about what you do. Personally, I used to be very anxious about going to the gym, but now I love it. Next, let's talk about skincare. When it comes to skincare, all I can say is less is more. I pretty much tried out every product I saw online, and finally, for the double cleansing method, I found my 2 favorite products. I have very dry and sensitive skin, so I was struggling to find the perfect skincare. One of my 2 favorite skincare products is the CeraVe Oil Cleanser and the other one is the Hydrating Cleanser from CeraVe. Both of them are the most affordable products that I found, yet most helpful. They both cleanse effectively without drying out your face or damaging your skin barrier. If you want to have that glowy, that girl look on your face, then I would recommend you to use this double cleansing method 2 times per day in the mornings and shortly before going to sleep. Besides that, I also exfoliate my face 2 times per week. I love these 3 products because none of them are harsh on my sensitive skin. The fact that these are the first skincare product that I repurchased over and over speaks for itself. Besides, in the mornings, especially during summertime, I would highly recommend you using a jade roller. Before using it, hold it under cold water to naturally depuff your face. As always, all the products are linked down below. Let's talk about the vision. Clearly, now you know what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing. Before you forget about everything you've learned in this video, take a moment and create your own vision board. The vision board should represent the way you want to feel like, think like, act like, look like. There's no rule that you can only make a vision board at the beginning of every year. You can start creating a vision board at any time of the year by creating seasonal vision boards. I would suggest to find pictures on Pinterest with girls who pretty much look like you, like when it comes to the hair color, skin color. And actually, if you feel like you are underrepresented with your hair color or skin color or whatever it might be, just go ahead, take pictures of yourself and post them on Pinterest. That girl isn't putting herself into boxes. She is the one setting the standards for the next trend. So I hope you found this video useful. If so, consider subscribing and I will see you in the next video. Bye!